We are 400 shit from the Desert Brew. You're flying over private airspace. Turn back immediately or you will be shut down. We will not repeat it a second time for shit. Turn back right now.
Tonight, you are auditioning to be a lounge singer.
El Jefe.
El Jefe.
Let's do it.
Boom.
Hey, welcome to the Desert Brew. I'm Gene.
I'm Rashid.
I'm Lynn. Hey, wait
I
a
love it.
second,
Oh, hold
fellas.
on. You know,
Wait a second.
In on our opening.
She's part of us now. You didn't
All right,
get
I'm
all
You
right.
didn't get the
here.
memo?
All right. And this is Lynn.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. We are at, where are we at?
We are at the Revolution Stage in Palm Springs.
Revolution Stage.
Beautiful theater.
Beautiful theater, and
Beautiful.
just to give you a little background, the Dana Steele performance, this is where we were, an amazing theater in Palm Springs. If you have not been here, you've got to check it out and get some tickets. And I hear there's a great show going on.
Me
Yeah.
too. I heard that.
Who is
too.
it?
The show is called Being Richard Green, and if you want to know what that means,
I do want to know.
you
that
have
means.
to come see the show.
That's it.
I've told everybody
But-
already.
but-
I got
but-
3 people I
but-
haven't told. They're coming.
Who is Richard Green?
Can you believe it? Season 2. We are ready to get back to work.
Richard Green was a boy who was in Parsons Junior High School. Well, I wanted to be a boy. He was getting all the girls. He was the best-looking boy, and I thought, he's got brown curly hair and big blue eyes, and I got brown curly hair and big blue eyes. So one night I sat down in my bedroom and I picked up the phone and I dialed my 3 girlfriends as Richard Green. I was like, hello, Joyce. This is Richard Green. And I invited all 3 of them to the movies. And I was so excited to be going to the movies until movie day. And then there's only 2 words that can describe how that went. Oi, they. So that's the premise of the show. But really what the show is about is my gender confusion, starting in 1949 at the age of 3 in Queens, where I saw a lady dressed like a man.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, that's what I want to be. I'm ready for this. Mommy, look. And my mother's like having a conniption fit.
Of course.
She's falling down. Oh, God, I can't breathe. The bully slides is I like to wear boys' clothes all the time, you know. And I'm in Queens, and I'm riding my little scooter, and I see these 2 guys who are both actually me. But this is a green screen, which I have just learned to use, and I love it.
Okay.
And I get into a fight with them. I hit them, they react. They hit me, I react. And they're like, hey, girlie, it's not Halloween. And I'm like, I know. And it kind of awakens me to how the world feels about girls who dress like boys and pretend that
Because
they're
before
boys.
that, we just have like complete
It
innocence.
was
not
wonderful.
thinking,
Yes,
this
it
is
was like I could do
wonderful.
whatever I wanted,
So for you, was it about the clothes or was it about the energy? What was
All of it.
Okay.
All of it.
I just wanted to be a guy. I
wanted to be a guy.
had cigars, that I scraped up off the
At
sidewalk.
age 2, you were just smoking a cigar.
I
wanting to
was
be
walking
a guy.
around.
Yeah. All right.
I can't smoke my cigar. This continued until this bully thing, where I had a glimmer of these boys who hated me and wanted to beat me up, and I had no idea why. And take off my hat, and I'd take off my tie, and I say, I'm never wearing those clothes again.
Okay.
But of course, I continue along my path, because it was my path. I'm just more quiet about it.
Right.
And it goes from decade to decade, and the different experiences that happen, like Jones Beach. Do you know Jones Beach?
No, what's
Oh.
Jones Beach? What's Jones Beach?
Jones Beach was the most wonderful place on earth. When I was a kid, my family would go every weekend in the summer and have the ocean and swimming pools and ice cream and all this great stuff. And my mother would go in the locker rooms, and me and my daddy, we'd go into the men's lockers together.
Can you believe it? Season 2. We are ready to get back to work.
I have a question for you. So do those stories and those experiences, do they translate into how you perform now?
Absolutely.
Tell us.
This show, it's all taken, what I'm talking about is all taken from the show.
Okay.
So it starts as a little kid and it goes up to today.
Current day.
Wow.
Yes. Living in San Francisco, I got to live out a lot of my stuff. I had the short hair, I had the cigar. I had boy's suit that I bought in the children's department.
Right.
Fit me perfectly. But when I got married and when my wife and I moved to LA, I went, maybe this is a chance at 70 years old to see what it's like to be a girl. So I never really found out. I mean, I have the accoutrement,
Right.
I let my hair grow, but I still am underneath a guy. You know what I mean?
So, when I say she, am I offending you?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have a political
You don't have a
agenda.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I'm just asking.
About it. But, it always has been confusing. I just think I'm more in acceptance of looking like a girl, because lately, butch lesbians have been getting work on stage.
Okay.
But, I started when I was 10. I was a Como-ette on the Perry Como show.
No.
Yeah, my mother was a rockette, and she went,
No.
"You will tap dance!" Here I am today, folks.
Oh my God.
So that stuck.
Yeah, it all stuck, except for the girly stuff. I never.
So did you tap danced as a boy or tap danced as
No,
a girl?
as a girl. I mean, in the theater, I always was a
Right.
girl. I had
Okay.
to be, or I
Okay.
wouldn't work.
Okay.
Like I say in the show, who wants to hire who has a dancing job for a girl who thinks she's a guy, and not just any guy?
Isn't that Victor Victoria?
Kind of.
Yeah,
I guess, yeah.
A woman who pretends to be a man to pretends to be a woman. That
Yeah.
always got me confused.
A moment where I do not understand.
This is, you'd have to be a little
This was like our
older.
first real glimpse of this kind of stuff
Yes.
with what was
Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews and Maverick. What was his
Yes. Oh, I loved him.
name?
He was great.
It's a great movie.
I'll
Yeah.
check it out. So how long in the whole process have you been, one, tap dancing, and two, making it a corporation of this show? Has tap dancing always been a part of the show?
I've done 3 or 4 solo shows, and I've always used tap dancing. And as I get old, I use tap dancing and what I call spoken mime, because like I'll pick something up and I got a box right here, and inside is all these cigars, and so I talk as I'm doing the mime.
Right.
And the tap dancing is just a helpful segue. As I get older, I can't dance the way I used to. I'm a little tired these days, I'm a little tired. But I do use it, and it takes on the emotions of the scene I just did. Okay, this is like a quick a cappella, because we don't have the music, so I'm just gonna do zip, zip, zip. Ready? This way. That way. brother.
Love it. Love it.
Lynn, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure meeting you.
so
Definitely.
Can you believe it? Season 2. We are ready to get back to work. Hey, welcome to the Desert Brew. I'm Gene.
I'm Rashid.
And today we are at the Palm Springs Air Museum with the vice chairman of the board.
Yeah, I'm Fred.
Oh, see, he didn't need us. He didn't need us at all. This is Fred. This is the man.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
How are you?
Nice to have you here.
Let me just start out by saying, as a resident of Palm Springs, I've been here 3 years, visiting for years and years before that. I had no idea how large this facility was.
We hear that all the time. And we're on 17 acres and 75 airplanes, 100,000 feet under roof. But we get people that come in here and they go, whoa, I had no idea this was here.
You know,
And I didn't even know there was actual planes here. I mean, of course, like pieces
Really?
of planes, but there's actual planes outside.
you,
There's actual
Really?
outside.
Okay.
Yeah, really.
All right,
It's
all
like
right.
flying vroom
Yes,
vroom
yes,
planes.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
they
yes.
actually
Yes,
go
yes.
vroom vroom.
Come on.
well, I mean, the ones out front are a bit,
They're done.
They have painted windows.
Yes.
And,
Yeah, they're done.
That's what I thought, but hey.
Exactly.
No, but I have to tell you, I'm amazed by the facility. I'm amazed by the size of the facility. I finally know where those planes are parked that go over my house nonstop. Thank you very much,
Do you
Fred.
wave at them? Do you wave
No,
at
I
them?
wait. Well, not down. That'd
Yeah,
be bad.
yeah,
I wave
yeah,
up.
there
I
you
wave
go.
up. Yeah,
There you go.
exactly. So, let's start with a little bit of history about the museum. How long has this been? How many museums are there in the United States? Tell us a little history.
There's quite a few air museums.
Okay.
But we're one of the last of about 5
Wow.
that actually fly airplanes.
Okay.
We fly everything from a jet, which is a T-33, which is a Korean Warrior airplane, all the way to some pre-World War II biplanes.
So a lot of the planes then on site, you're keeping mechanically
Oh yeah.
sound.
Oh yeah, we have to.
Okay.
We also do rides and things like that. And like, we don't wave at you when we go over your house. I'm sorry, but every
always
once
thought
in a while
you
somebody
were. I always
calls
thought
me
you
and they're
were.
like, "Can that guy see me in the pool?" And I'm like, "No, he cannot see you in your pool."
I love it.
But we do rides in the airplanes. We do promotional events. We're getting ready to do Memorial Day. So we do a flower drop every year to commemorate the 22 Gold Star families. Those are the people that lost their lives in service of our country. That's on the 27th. If you want to come over, you can go
Okay.
to palmspringsairmuseum.org and get the particulars on that.
Well, tell me. I'm not actually aware of it. Tell me a little bit about it.
Started it about 26 years ago.
Okay.
And unfortunately, we have added to that list. You know, there were originally Coachella Valley residents that were World War II.
Okay.
Like Kaufman, you know that name,
Yes.
Ellie Kaufman.
Yeah,
One of that
course.
family was
One
killed
of the founders.
in a
Yes. Yes.
B-17. And then we just had Hunter Lopez.
Yes.
About 3 years ago, was killed at
followed that.
Aviation on the Afghanistan thing. So it kind of runs the gamut, but we can't forget those folks.
Right.
And so we dropped 3,000 carnations and yellow roses that the family members put in the airplane, and then the airplane goes over and does a flower drop.
Where's the actual drop done?
Right here. It comes
Okay.
right over the field and drops the flowers right here. And if you're lucky, you can take a carnation home with you as a remembrance.
Can you believe it? Season 2. We are ready to get back to work. So we got to be here for that.
That's amazing. So there's so
Yeah.
much to do here at the museum, not just to remember, but to honor as well too. We did also see, like, as we were coming in, there is like flight simulator games
Yes.
as well. There are
The museum, the entire museum
exactly.
upstairs is phenomenal.
a huge DVD collection as
Oh
well.
yeah, we have the largest non-governmental aviation archive on the West Coast upstairs.
Nice.
And then we do flight simulators with the Microsoft Flight Simulators. We also run through the schools about 5,000 kids a year that come through and they learn about flight and history and all that kind of stuff. And that builds up to 50 kids a year actually go flying with us in a Cessna 182. And what we're trying to do is set them up to become pilots.
Wow.
So we did a piece actually at Desert Jet with Jeff. Jeff.
Great people. Those are just fantastic.
Yes.
So my nephew came back. We took my nephew. He went up and did a flight, and now he's going to San Jose, to university there, which has a flight program.
That's how it starts.
It worked. It actually worked. He's actually going to be a pilot now.
I
So
know that.
great
Sounds like
program.
my private pilot's license.
Well, you know, a lot of the kids in the East Valley, they've never even been in an airplane.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times we run into kids that come in, never seen a running airplane, never been in an airplane. Aviation careers, you can do very well in aviation, either repairing the airplanes or flying there or be an air traffic controller. So we try to open that door. And then we also do 2 scholarships a year, which is called Young Science Professionals. That scholarships that come out of the school district, that's a 4-year scholarship for a technical degree.
Wow.
So we
Amazing.
kind of run the gamut on the education program.
Amazing. Talk to somebody visiting Palm Springs, and clearly maybe some people that live here, and tell them a little bit about the basics. When's the museum open? What do you prepare for? I mean,
Yeah, 10 to 5,
Okay.
7 days a week. We're closed Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So, and the big thing here is you can spend 2 hours, you can spend 6 hours. It just depends. You can spend 8 hours. There's enough stuff in here that you can spend 12 hours.
you could spend days. I'm just gonna disagree with the vice chairman of the board here and tell you.
You know, I like hearing that you can spend days
Yeah,
here.
no,
I'm gonna come up with a day rate.
You know,
Yeah,
you
no.
have to expand the
Well,
campaign.
it's like a Disney. What do you like? Season
Disneyland,
pass.
yeah.
You need your season pass.
Believe it or not, we joke about that, but
Okay.
we've actually had that conversation because some of our patrons have come to us and said, I really need 2 days. 2 days
Amazing.
to go through the facility, and we are actually contemplating a multi-day pass.
That'd be really good. Just gonna make sure you got nice, great food.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, he complained about the margarita thing, but you know what? That's
Yeah,
probably
I did ask if the cafe there had margaritas. And
Not yet.
That's why I had to leave.
Maybe for you.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
But for the people that are staring at the plane behind us or whatever,
Yes.
can you tell us a little bit about
Yes.
this iconic
This
plane?
is a very important
I'll step
airplane.
back here.
This is Bob Friends, Lieutenant Bob Friends, Tuskegee Airman. This is the livery of his aircraft. It's not his exact airplane because most of the aircraft that went to Europe didn't come back because it wasn't cost effective to bring them back. So they scrapped them in Europe. This aircraft I restored with Bob. It's going on almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
And he was still alive, and he made it out to 99 and a half. And he worked that he worked that as hard as he could. He was a dear friend. Bob was not only a Tuskegee Airman, he was a pilot before the war, and he was the operations officer for the 332nd Fighter Group for the Tuskegee Airmen.
Wow.
He flew wing for the commander of the group. So he was very, very special. He went on in the Air Force. He was a career Air Force guy. Completely off topic, but fun for your folks at home.
All right, so we got Memorial Day. We have the flower drop.
Right?
We have
Props and
Props
Hops.
and-
We got Veterans Day. We got Snowtopia.
Oh.
We bring the snow in. We have the Gala, which is February the 8th, which is
Okay.
our largest educational fundraiser.
Okay.
And that's about, we really have an education focus and trying to pass on the engineering and the history to the kids. And so we're very, very focused on education.
I love that.
So
Amazing. Another thing for the community.
Another thing for the community. So this is a place, whether you are, my usual line, whether you're a snowbird, whether you are visiting, or a local like me who did not know, you've got to make it down here and pay attention to the events coming up. And when you see Fred, you got to say hello.
You got to say hello. You know, you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll kiss some bucks goodbye,
Oh, you hear that?
but you won't ask why you came here.
Because you had a good. Damn.
You gotta
you
get
gotta
it.
give me a damn on that
Thank
one.
you. I did that on the
one.
fly.
That one. You know what? He's gonna be my new Okay. He can be another co-host.
No,
See
no,
how it
no.
is?
Look, now we hurt his feelings. We can't
I'm
do that.
always beating up on Rasheed, but he knows I love him.
He's
so
awesome.
Take a second.
Thank you, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
We appreciate
All right.
it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Because I was just doing an interview before. I mean, not, you're the only
we're
ones
the
who
best.
matter.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
ones who matter right here.
Yeah.
Interviews with everybody.
Yeah.